Hello, my Fashion the Mind, Fashion the Figure family. It's none other than your Triple C CEO, Jennifer C. Cook, the one that consistently builds class, confidence, and courage. Before I proceed, if you just happen to stumble upon this channel, please subscribe so every time a new video is released, you receive notification. And please follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I am so excited because the spring season is almost here. And my mind just started thinking about how the leaves are going to change and the days are going to be longer. And people are more apt to come out, past 5 and 6 o'clock so that they can mix and mingle and just kind of take in the evening or afternoon fun in the sun experience. Well, in thinking about that, I had to take a look at myself because I know some of you are like, okay, the Triple C CEO is trying something new. Yes, because I too am ready for change. To me, seasons changing represents change in one's life, okay? Because to everything there is a time and a season, okay? And so I remember, and I tried to locate the album today of my 18th birthday. And any of my family and friends who knew me back then or were in my life at that time, they can tell you my hair was very similarly styled back when I was 18. You know why? Because I wanted to be the next Oprah Winfrey, and I loved big hair, and I still love big hair. And I know some of you have never seen me with big hair, but maybe one of these days when I find that album, I'll be able to bring it back over here and show and share it with you. But at that time in my life, on my 18th birthday, I was transitioning from being a young adolescent to now stepping into young womanhood. And that type of change can be exciting, yet overwhelming. And now that fast forward 30 some odd years later, I had to do a self-analysis and ask myself, what has changed about me since then? And that's the question I want you to ask yourself today. When you think back over the past few years, several years, decade of your life, what has changed? And now that we are about to move into spring 2022, change is inevitable. Change is due. And we have to put certain things in order. So, as your class confidence and courage lifestyle coach, have you embraced the principle of class confidence and courage? And let's talk about what that is, because these things will ultimately bring change. Class is not about where you live, the car you drive, the pedigrees. It is about what you present to the world. Last week, I did a segment on how are you showing up. It is so vitally important, and I want this to be crystal clear to all of my viewers, that class really is your personal and professional brands. Some of us that still work in corporate America, okay? What do your teammates think of you? Do they find you to be an interesting person? Do they find you to be an engaging person? Do they find you to be a person that brings fresh ideas to the table? Or they're like, ooh, don't cross her wrong because he or she, they might snap at you, they might clap back at you. Or is he or she, are you one of those types of people that nobody wants to be involved with because you always have attitude on your face? So let me say this, ladies and gents, what are you putting out there in your dating life, okay? And that's a whole nother segment. What are you putting out there in your dating life from a class perspective? Let's think about confidence. Are you overly confident to the point that you offend people and you're condescending? Or are you confident that you can pass along information and trust that it's going to fall on good ground? Let's talk about courage. Do you have the courage to stop some of the behaviors and practices that you have in place? Because some of us are like robots. Some of our behaviors and practices are just robotic. This is what we do. Or are you courageous enough to say, I need to do some self work? I need to maybe seek out therapy or a life coach. There are things that we need to change, and change is ongoing, whether you realize it or not. Change will never stop, but it's all in how we perceive change. It's all in how we embrace change, and it's all in how we're willing to put the work in to change. When I started my weight loss journey, I had to work on my mind, but then I had to work on my refrigerator, and then I had to work on my body. Because why? Being a classy, confident, and courageous person, I had to understand if I'm going to preach this thing, I got to get out here and live it. So, what are we preaching? What is the testimony of our lives? Is class, confidence, and courage something that you are willing to even consider if you have not considered it already? Is class, confidence, and courage something that you sit around and talk with your other girlfriends about? Is class, confidence, and courage something that even interests you? Because some people could say, well, you know what, Triple C CEO, I could care less. I'm good where I am. And if that be the case, so be it. But for those of you that are ready for that next, those of you that are ready to transform, it's time for change. And with that being said, get ready, because I do want to share with you all on Saturday, May 21st. Woohoo, who's ready? Saturday, May 21st from 10 to 1 p.m. there is going to be a masterclass. The Triple C CEO is bringing together some brilliant minds because we are going to tackle class, confidence, and courage together. And that class is entitled The Transformation Power of Class, Confidence, and Courage. You can have a lot of the things that you want in your life if you apply these principles. So watch for the registration, get ready, be prepared, because it is going to be awesome and exciting. And I can't wait to be in your space. We're going to do it virtually, yes. So for those of you that are from all around, you'll be able to participate and actually be with us in this Zoom session live. And I cannot wait because it will transform and change your life. And on a side note, tomorrow, April the 8th, which is Women's International Day, I am being interviewed by relationship expert April A. Carter on Instagram. So if you are not following me on my social media platforms, I want to encourage you, hop over to Instagram and find Fashion the Mind, over on Twitter and TikTok, Fashion the Mind 1, and on Facebook, Fashion the Mind, Fashion the Figure, because you don't want to miss it. But I wanted to make sure everyone was thinking about change and what that's going to look like for them now that we are changing seasons. Because in a few weeks, before you know it, spring will be here. And are you ready? If you're not ready, let's get ready. So you have an amazing day. I'm so glad you stopped by. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel and hit your notifications, because I am coming with so much excitement, so much energy and passion to share with the audience about class, confidence, and courage. Have a great day.